Hi, welcome to Kikimoki's Vod Review. Something I'm probably not going to do very often, unless someone's being a dickhead. I mean, you're going to figure out this guy's kind of a dickhead.
Hey guys, Pagan here. Okay, so I want to start off this video by saying I know what you're thinking. Another ADC player crying about ADC being weak, but just bear with me on this one, it might not be what you think. So I think ADC itself is actually not that bad at the moment. There's some good picks and some good versatility, but there's some definite flaws that make it painful to play at times, and you'll probably see throughout this game.
I have a lot of experience playing Jhin. I have a lot of experience playing ADC. And, let me tell you, we're in for a good one.
So Bard takes a pretty bad trade here, and I'm kind of panicking under turret here to last hit. He sets up two healing pads and attempts to recall. And here, maybe I should have pinged him to stay or something, because this leaves me vulnerable for a dive, and it's not looking good. Okay, so here, I should be playing much more safe. I end up burning both my summons and still dying, which is quite bad from me.
A lot that we can say there. Okay, so first of all, we take Bard's W right away. Bard probably left those so this way he could back and not have to worry about the fact that you're going to be sitting under turret alone with half HP. If you have some kind of healing right next to you, Lucian's not going to be able to dive you like he ends up doing. We don't back off away from turret. In fact, not only do we not back off, we push up into their minion wave. And we still burn our flash and our shield, despite the fact that that is not going to do anything. And we are going to immediately blame Bard for that. The minions are like coming right to our turret. Why did we need to go up there? Why did we need to like walk up into them like that? That just... what? Something else I'm going to say beforehand. We can also see right here, we have taken Dark Harvest. Dark Harvest gives us stacks whenever we hit someone who is low HP. In what circumstance is the enemy ever going to be low HP when we have a Bard support, okay? And we are going into Lucian and Yuumi. You are never going to get a stack off on Yuumi. Never. Never. That is not going to happen, especially early game. And not only that, you're probably not going to get a stack off on Lucian unless he severely fucks up, because the Yuumi is always going to be shielding him. So why have we taken Dark Harvest into this lane? Fleet Footwork would obviously be the better one to take into this. We get the extra movement speed, we get the healing, okay? And then we can also take Boots and Biscuits. That this way Biscuits are going to keep us up in HP. But if you wanted that extra damage, you just take Gathering and Storm into this. Like, your Dark Harvest is not going to do anything to help you in lane. It's just honestly going to put you further behind, because the only power that you would have been able to get from Dark Harvest isn't gonna happen, because you're not gonna be getting any stacks. I would really love to be able to see what Lucian's CS is right now, but I'm going to, I would bet money on the fact that it's a lot more than 15. So we've given Lucian a free kill, we've given him probably like a full wave. And now that the wave is crashing under our turret, we're going to lose even more minions. We're using the royal we right now. But yeah, so let's see the reaction to that.
But the thing about this is I don't want to be playing this safe. I want to be able to interact with my lane, but that's just the ADC role, right? You have to take L's, completely drop the ego and walk way behind your turret, and just basically not play at some points, which is just unfortunate, but that's what you gotta do sometimes.
No audio of this, because the only clip I still have of this is from an edit I did. But yeah, no, yeah, if you're ADC, honestly, you just cannot ego on them at all. No, you can't ego. You really, like, you literally just have to step back when you play ADC. You have to accept the fact that you're just a little baby ADC. You cannot ego at all. Like, shut up.
Your turret and just basically
wait, there.
At some points.
Okay, wait, sorry, we're gonna... Okay, so Lucian currently has double our CS. Lucian has double our CS. He also still has flash and barrier up, okay? We have come back into lane with Cull. We had 400 some odd gold, and we have decided that the item we want to buy is coal. We have taken Dark Harvest and we have bought coal. After saying, I want to interact with my lane, I don't want to have to sit here and play safe, we have bought coal. I'm going to stay here for 1 second. Now, also, we have specifically said, as playing ADC, sometimes you have to sit behind your turret and just not play at some point, despite the fact that the reason we died is because of the fact that we pushed up in front of our turret into the enemy minion wave. I'm just going to say it right out. I would not have died there. I don't think that really anybody would have died there. I also don't really think that anybody would also be sitting at 15 CS 3 minutes into the game.
So we're back in lane here, and again, we just want to be farming safely, trading whenever we can safely.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so anyway, we just want to be farming safely. Meanwhile, we take a completely unnecessary trade.
So I push the lane in and go for a recall. I maybe could have stayed for a plate here, but I like to keep my tempo up rather than stay for plates. And here goes Bard for his first roam.
We're gonna ignore the part about talking about Bard because that's something completely different. Doesn't necessarily matter all that much, whatever. What matters is that we have specifically said I like to keep my tempo up instead of staying for plates. So this tempo that we have is currently shoving our wave into their turret in time for Lucian to be able to catch it instead of denying him that wave, okay? He still gets like the last couple minions in that wave, again, giving him even more of a CS lead. And now if we look at the state of our minions right down there, that is our wave pushing into his turret. So we're not going to be able to get basically any part of the wave coming up because Lucian's going to have full control over it. If we had backed at the same time as Lucian, then the wave would be in the middle right now. And I mean, also, we would be back in lane right now. Like, what did pushing in the wave do other than deny us a full wave of minions? But yes, tempo. Now, let's go and blame Bard for everything.
Bard's roam, I would say, is not successful, but not unsuccessful. But he does end up leaving me in a 1v2 position again. So I set up the traps to try to prevent a dive. I try to poke them beforehand to try to get them lower, so when they do dive.
We live. For some reason, Lucian decides to walk into the mine. Okay, his bad play. Hell yeah, that's great for us. We live. We don't need to use our barrier. Bard is coming down. We are safe under our turret. So we walk out from under our turret into poke range so that this way Lucian can get another auto onto us, so we have to use our barrier. Okay? And I'm thinking that Lucian is mid-Q right now, and so he's going to get the passive off, and he's just going to kill us.
And to 1v2 them. I
Yeah.
end up dying, but I take one.
And he doesn't even get the kill on the Lucian. He gets the kill on the Yuumi. So in this circumstance, what is going to happen? We also already know that Amumu is, I'd assume, by Red or by Drake right now, considering the fact that we had seen him we had seen him mid lane earlier. So Amumu is probably going to be on one of those objectives. He's going to be close. There's really not much that we can do right now. So now Lucian gets the incoming wave. He also got a kill on you, and you got a kill on Yuumi. Because we decided to, instead of waiting for Bard, who was walking towards lane right now, we've decided to walk up again, and now we are spam pinging and mad that Bard didn't get there fast enough, even though we could have waited. And we had a wave coming.
But the thing is, I'm left 1v2 again, which is bad. Bard ends up trying to do a 1v2 himself afterwards.
A 1v2 that you did not need to take. A 1v2 that actually Lucian had fucked up on by standing in the mine, and he still kind of avoided your thing. But a 1v2 that you did not need to die in. I understand that Bard is dying right now, but also you fucking spam pinged Bard to go in, so you can't really get mad when Bard goes in.
Okay, so here I clear my wave and I end up recalling.
Okay. Another thing. So, yeah, so this means that he pushed in another wave because currently, like if we see here, 46 CS, and then if we go a little bit ahead, he's sitting at 52. That means that he pushed in another wave, and if we look down bot side, Lucian is currently holding that wave this time around because he doesn't actually know where Jhin is. So honestly, good play on the Lucian. That is exactly what I would do. You're already this far ahead. There's literally no reason for you not to just hold the wave. You have complete control. What is this Jhin going to do? He has nothing. Okay? So instead we decide to roam mid because I don't know why.
I noticed that my wave is frozen on their side and they're not gonna push it.
Because you put it in the perfect position for Lucian to freeze the wave. Anyway, let's continue.
They know enough to just freeze it, and so I myself go for a roam as well, because Bard's not going to be coming back to help me fix my wave. So I just do what he does, and I roam. I check my wave, they're still not pushing, so I continue to try to get resources elsewhere.
Now, the resources that we get elsewhere are stealing CS from our mid laner, pressing W on a kill that they were already going to get, and letting Lucian, I'm gonna say like 2 free full waves of farm ahead of us when we are already sitting at 54 and we are 9 minutes into the game. Not to mention the fact that Lucian has already picked up 2 plates.
This is what you have to do, sadly. I don't want to be doing this, but this seems like the only option I can do because he's not helping me with my wave. Zed's really angry at me, sadly, for sharing CS, but what can I do?
Okay, so what we can do in this circumstance is, first of all, not have pushed in that wave bot lane, so this way it would have given Lucian the perfect chance to freeze the wave. Not to mention, we didn't need to steal Zed's CS when Zed is already ahead, and steal the turret plates from Zed when Zed is again already ahead. Meanwhile, again, Lucian is getting free CS bot side.
If I go bot right now, I will die.
If I go bot right now, I will die, because I have given Lucian the opportunity to freeze the wave. Thank you.
I'll go to try to push out my wave. They will 2v1 me, dash on me, and kill me. So I just try to make plays elsewhere on the map with the Bard. I end up getting sharing XP with Zed. I get a kill out of it and an assist.
A kill that our Zed would have already gotten. Same thing with the kill onto Vladimir. You could see that Zed had used his little shadow thing to jump over the wall, and so he could have easily just killed the Amumu there. And same thing with the Poppy. Like, we didn't really do anything to kill the Poppy. We just, like, happened to be in the area. Meanwhile, if we look down there at Lucian, Lucian has now realized, hey, wait a second, Jhin is just, like, not fucking here. And now, despite the fact that we can see right down here what is happening with Lucian and Yuumi, our top, mid, and support are all backing. Take a wild guess what we do.
There's not much I can get bot, so I will take that trade because that's the only thing I can do, right?
We missed most of that wave. How much CS did we have before that wave? So we're sitting at 59. So that wave there that we specifically did not back to be able to get, we
So
end
I
up
will take that
getting...
trade because that's the only thing I can do, right?
Are you fucking serious? So that wave that we specifically did not back to be able to get, and would have put us in line with Bard, and so instead of being alone in lane, we would be going back to lane with Bard. We only got 3 minions from. Don't worry guys, tempo gaming. Why is Bard not in lane with me?
So here, Lucian and Yuumi end up getting a few plates and up quite a bit of CS here. Bard's back bot when I'm not there. It seems like the only time he wants to be bot lane is when I'm not there. And this is one of the things I did want to mention about the ADC role itself is...
keep in mind right here, hi, Kiki Moki, ADC main. Not even an ADC main, but a fucking Jhin main.
The subs don't really care about you. Supports seem to just want to get everybody else ahead. They seem to want to impact the map by completely sacrificing the ADC's entire game.
One, again, we're pushing in the wave, despite the fact that we saw that Lucian backed earlier, so Lucian is going to be able to get this wave here right now. Just saying, Lucian's going to be able to get this wave. Currently, we are 10 minutes and 43 seconds into the game. Our Jhin has died under turret 2 times for basically like no reason. He also roamed mid, stole CS from our mid laner, and then he stole a kill from our mid laner. And again, we are 10 minutes into the game, and our Jhin currently has 61 CS. If I was Bard, I would not be playing with him either. Why the fuck would I play with him? He bought Cole! He has Dark Harvest! Who the fuck would play with him? Anyway, continue.
But I will show you why that is not the best course of action.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Lucian is literally right there. Lucian is literally right there. He's sitting right there. We gave him... he didn't even need to, like, fucking flash or some shit to be able to get the canyon that's dying under his turret. No, he's right there. Now, keep in mind, they have just made our mid laner back and Drake is up. And now, what are we going to do in that circumstance?
Sadly, Amumu shows up to clear the wave and deny me any more plates in CS. I can't 1v1 a jungler as an ADC, so I won't even try.
The answer is complain.
Bard goes for another roam, and it's unsuccessful again.
Bard wasn't going for a roam. Bard was trying to secure an objective, something that you guys kind of fucking need. Especially considering the fact that bot turret is currently sitting at 1.5 plates right now. They are easily going to get that. You kind of need to get the objective thing. Also, just something else to point out. We're sitting at 1,200 gold. That's our boots, okay? Instead, we decided it was better for us to complain about the fact that Bard died, even though we are even. And not only are we even, I'm gonna be honest here, a Fed Zed is probably like 1,000,000 times better than like a Fed Lucian. I understand, it's Lucian, but one good ZR, and guess what? It does not matter. Like, my guy.
So I'll just farm at a distance because I know Lucian's going to show up at some point here.
Now keep in mind, when exactly right now are we backing? We are now backing at the point where we do not have a minion wave coming in. Our minion wave is sitting at our second turret. So Lucian is going to be able to push this wave in, because of course he is. You haven't even set up a mine in lane to at least slow the minions down. He's just going to push this lane in, and he's going to get the first turret. Oh no, we actually did stay. We actually did stay.
Okay, it looks like Lucian's trying to set up that here by ulting me. I'm 1v2 position yet again. There's nothing.
We have flash, we have shield. We just completely face tank Lucian ult. Let's just wait here. Yep, there we go.
Like
we walked back. We could have kept walking up. Sure, we would have still been in Lucian ult. Of course. I'm not saying that we're not.
I'm 1v2 position yet again.
Lucian used R. Yuumi used R. We have no health. They did not immediately dive us here. What happens here? We keep walking. They back off. Look at how far away. So Lucian has backed off. We're not even in range of Yuumi are. And we walk back down. We could have just kept walking up. But like, no, we're just fucking standing here under turret.
There's nothing I can do here except for die.
There's a lot that you can do here instead of die. And then spam ping your Bard constantly, despite the fact that it's not Bard's fault that you decided to walk back into range for Lucian to be able to kill you. We are 13 minutes into the game and 8 minutes into this video. How long have I been talking?
Bard shows up after I die.
After you die because you made a stupid play. Continue though, I'm sorry.
To collect the wave, I think. Yeah, so he'll show up just to collect the farm that I'm missing. He won't come for the dive. He won't help at all unless it's a different lane.
Okay, so I noticed something else there. If we go back and we look, yeah, okay, so this is exactly what I thought. if we pay attention to nothing of what this guy is saying, Bard saved our mid laner. Bard wasn't just fucking around. Bard saved your mid laner and got a kill. Meanwhile, you could have just backed off. But yes, Bard shows up after you die because Bard needs to save the turret because you have given it to Lucian for free.
To help me, but he just runs back topside, leaving me yet again in a 1v2 position.
If we take a look at the map right now, our turret is basically sitting at like 2 autos. We have no minions. How the fuck are we ever going to be able to do anything to stop Lucian in this circumstance? In no way is Bard ever... Why the fuck did we go BF sword instead of buying boots? Why did we... We're not like... We don't do damn... Like... I'm sorry, I just noticed that. Why did we go Cole? Why the fuck did we go Cole?
Okay, so here I am. I lose my turret. I'm tilted. I press FF when I shouldn't. That's a mistake by me. I need to stop doing that. I'm letting the tilt get to me. I will sit under my tier 2 turret here and just check out bushes with W's. I will just farm as safely as possible. I'm just gonna sit here and freeze this wave because if I push up, I'm vulnerable to an Amumu gank or a Vlad gank.
Now is the time that we finally start last hitting. When we see that Lucian is mid with Yuumi, their jungler just died top. I think that at this point, Vladimir is like 0-2 or at least 1-2 or something. He's not doing that hot. We would be totally fine to push up, okay?
This enables them to kind of just go...
Oh, wait, let's launch again. You surrendered 2 seconds ago! You tried to surrender 2 seconds ago!
This enables them to kind of just go and take over the map right now because there's nothing I can do.
Or why are we sitting bot? There's nothing to kill bot right now. Again, we should have pushed out that first wave. When we saw the fact that Lucian was staying mid, we should have pushed out that wave. Even if we weren't staying for the second wave, we still should have pushed out that wave so this way we could rotate mid and actually have been there for that fight. We have ult, we have flash, we have barrier, we have W. Even if we get like a well-placed W onto the Zed, like that could have left onto the Zed. Onto the Lucian, that could have left it for Zed to pick up the kill. We could have easily like 4v1 them, or I guess 4v2, 4v1.5. Yuumi doesn't really count.
Bard has set me so far behind that I have to play catch up here, and I have to do whatever I can to not die, to keep my tempo up, to keep my EXP up, and my CS.
The reason I found this game is because I was on Reddit, and I follow the Jin main subreddit. And this guy posted this video here being like, hey guys, what's your input? And so I was just like, Jesus Christ, man, you are not playing very well. Here's what you're doing wrong. And you're also a dickhead for constantly ignoring what Bard is actually doing around the map.
I'm not going to catch up to Lucian because he's so accelerated now, but I just have to make sure I'm getting whatever resources I can possibly obtain.
Did he just try to surrender again?
Okay, so as I'm sitting here trying to accept the waves, just wait for it, I see that my Zed and my Bard are finally making a play outside. This is the first time they do it, and we end up getting a kill.
Let's just play that back.
Sitting here trying to accept the waves, just wait for it.
Yeah, so instead of letting him walk up a little bit more, something that he was clearly going to do, and waiting like 2 more seconds for Zed and Bard, we attack him while he's down from us.
I see that my Zed and my Bard are finally making a play bot side. This is the first.
Okay, and we could have also played with the vision there. We could have stepped back into the bush so this way we wouldn't have been so far that we would have needed to flash. Like, they didn't have vision there. I don't know why we decided to walk under our turret. But like, that kill was guaranteed, flash or not. But now we don't have flash.
And we end up getting a kill. So it works, right? When you end up playing bot side, it works. This is
Vladimir fucked up really bad. That wasn't like, hey guys, so if you actually play for bot lane, we totally get this. Oh my god, Jin, you did so much there. That is like totally the reason that we got that kill. That was literally like, oh, Zed fucked up. Like, I'm not even joking. Okay, so there's been a lot of times, hi, this is gonna be like secret editing Kiki, because this is not editing Kiki, this is like recording Kiki, talking about editing Kiki. There are so many times where I won't include kills because I'm like, oh no, like this wasn't me doing something cool. This wasn't like something something interesting to see. This is just them super fucking up. Like, that is one of those kills on the Vladimir, especially because I would have had the flash for. I would have not included that in a video.
This is an example of the first time they try to make a play with me, it ends up being positive.
While we're busy here sucking ourselves off underneath our turret, we have ult, we still have barrier, we would have had flash. If you went here and helped them in this fight, that would have been a circumstance of just like, holy shit, oh my god, if we play with bot, we can win it. But we don't. We sit here and we farm. Yeah. Look at how well Bard and Zed going to help you worked. The answer is it didn't, because you just let them die.
But I see him overextended, so I hit him with a nice W and follow up on the Ornn ult with my ult. Sadly, Storm Surge takes the kill from Twisted Fate, but I end up getting Yuumi shut down, which is a decent one.
Sorry, Yuumi shut down. Like, it's good to use the ult there, but it would have been way better if he had used the ult when they were fighting fucking 4v2 earlier. Because, as we see in a second, sure, we got the shutdown on on Yuumi. We lose Drake.
Fate, but
Wait, can we see that?
Sadly,
see that again.
Storm Surge takes the kill from Twisted Fate.
Yeah, so also the kill that we were bragging about on getting for Vladimir. Vladimir somehow has less CS than our Jhin. He is also sitting at that point at 0-3. Even if we're going Collector first, the enemy team has a Yuumi, they have a Poppy, they have a Mumu, and I know this is probably going to be controversial. I feel like Last Whisper probably would have been a much better second item for this because of the armor penetration, and Infinity Edge could have waited for third. I know, again, very controversial, especially on Jhin, but if we're not taking fleet footwork, why the fuck are we not just building full lethality? What the fuck is our build and our runes don't fully synergize together. And we're really not building thinking into what like the enemy team is.
So I attempt to take Raptors here. Lucian spots me, and those are his Raptors now. For some reason he burns his ult on me for some poke, which is fine. I thought he was overextended enough that we could make a play on him, but since I'm ADC, they don't want to.
That was a really funny one to say. Because if we took 2 seconds to look at the map, they were getting a kill topside. Twisted Fate ulted in. Set this way, the fucking Zed could live and not die. But yeah, that's probably why they didn't want to go into the Lucian. Lucian isn't overextended or out of place right now. Ornn just died bot side. Who's gonna lock Lucian down? Who's gonna stop Lucian from doing damage? Even if Lucian used his ult right there, he still probably has flash, he still probably has shield, I'm assuming because he hasn't used it. Yuumi didn't use her ult either, and Yuumi probably still has heal on herself and exhaust. Yeah, she has exhaust. So, in what world is that free? Like, I don't get it. Yeah, and we didn't even have ult. Now we have ult. Blame Bard though. Bard's fault.
So I just recall and try to get full health so I'm not as vulnerable to a dive.
I don't know why Lucian used his ult on me to poke. Meanwhile, you have to back and he can get turret.
I hit a nice W onto the Lucian there, so I decided to open up with my ult and Ornn's ult again. Bard hits a nice ult here, and we follow up CC with Twisted Fate, and I end up getting the kill, which is a 430 gold kill, which is beautiful.
I'm not gonna sit there and be like, no, no, the ult was good. That was actually a good ult. That was a good W. Lucian overextended. See, that is a point when Lucian was overextended. The rest of your team is there to be able to capitalize on the fact that you were able to stun Lucian. That is a good pick. Sure, you didn't get Lucian in that point, but like, you were able to get the Amumu. And in this circumstance, what you probably shouldn't be doing is going to Otacon.
They're playing around me, and it's working. Okay, here he's way overextended. Bard hits a really beautiful Q onto them, stunning both of them. I end up getting the shutdown onto Lucian again. And we have Twisted Fate flanking here with a stun card. I will follow up with my W. Another kill there. So try to space up the Vlad while he's got his ult on me and his pool available. But there's another stun that I can follow up on. I end up netting a quadra kill for myself, which is beautiful.
Okay, so what happens in that fight is Lucian overextends and Bard hits an amazing stun. So good, honestly, that I don't even think it was planned. Yumi just so happened to hop off on the perfect time to get hit as well. Yeah, so we had wasted our W earlier, so we can't even do anything about it. When did we waste our W? Let's see. Sorry.
But there's another stun that I can...
Yeah, so this time it is Twisted Fate stun into Bard's stun as well. That gets you this kill.
follow up on.
And then, do we actually hit a W? No, we don't actually hit a W. We don't use our W, we just auto. That's fine. My point is, the only reason that we got those kills is because of the fact that we were playing with our Bard. Bard got the stun on Lucian and Yumi. Bard gets the stun on Poppy. Bard and Twisted Fate get the stun on Vladimir that lets you get both of those kills on the Vladimir and the Yumi. Like, this isn't you popping off. This is literally just you auto-attacking and then missing your abilities. This is a normals game, by the way. But again, like, look, this guy posted it. This guy was a dickhead in the comments. This guy's a dickhead in the video. That's the reason I'm talking about it. I would not have posted this because I would have been like, no. Even if I won, they win. That's not a spoiler. I feel like this guy's ego is too big that he would not have posted a video where he lost. Like, there are tons of videos that I have scrapped specifically because I have not played well. Only reason we get a quadra here is because the enemy makes a huge mistake. Oh my god, terrible, terrible, terrible mistake. Even we do end up going Otacon here, obviously. But even in this circumstance, like, we should be starting Otacon now. We shouldn't even be on the Gromp. We should be going to Otacon. Why are we farming Gromp?
I start pinging for the Otacon because I see Lucian topside, but it seems like we don't really want to force it yet. I can't really commit to starting it because I'm just a Jhin. I can't battle it. I fish for AW onto the Poppy. I kind of mess up this play a little bit. I 4-shot the minion here, and I end up ulting, and it's unsuccessful, but we managed to get the kill anyway.
Oh my god. Okay. So we fuck up our W. Bard ults the turret. It wasn't even a thing of like, oh, if we walk any closer, we're gonna die. That was 100%, I want to steal this from Zed. It's like... Also, why are we going for tower here? Zed is obviously going to get tower. We were pinging earlier saying like, oh, we need to get Otacon, we need to get Otacon. We can also tell that Lucian and Amumu are pushing topside. They're going to, at this rate, they're going to literally get both turrets top, and no one is backing to stop them. Not that our fucking ADC can stop them anyway, because he's, whoa. This is personal opinion. Also, this is basically just true. Why the fuck did we go Mortal Reminder? Hi, Editing Kiki. You don't want the long explanation of this, but just in general, the amount of healing that's negated by Grievous Wounds does not justify the fact that you are losing the armor penetration. Also, again, the amount of healing that's usually given for you to, need to justify buying Grievous Wounds is already at a point where it's so much healing that the 40% knockdown is not going to really do very much of it. Out of all of the people who should be building Grievous Wounds on this team, it should be Ornn.
So here I attempt to recall.
Does
Even though it's
Otacon
not my
hit him?
job, they're pushing our base topside. Seems like they're a little bit overextended here. Twisted Fate does have ult available. He ports in. I fish for a W. I don't have ult available, sadly, myself.
I wonder why you don't have ult.
Bard goes for a little trade here onto the Poppy. Gets a nice stun. I will ult with Ornn's ult. Try to get some damage here.
Why did we ult here,
I thought my
though?
4-shot would kill the Poppy there with my Dark Harvest and my Collector, but it doesn't quite get the
No,
threshold.
in what world?
Because she's too tanky.
If we had bought Last Whisper, then we definitely would have killed her there. But god, all that Poppy healing, we really needed to cut through that.
Here I flash onto Lucian because he's so overextended. Probably.
Here I flash onto the Lucian to steal the kill away from Zed. Wait, his W's down. Did he even hit his W? No! No! Zed gets the kill here. Zed's R is currently on him.
Here I flash onto Lucian because he's so overextended.
Oh my god.
I probably didn't have to flash, but I would rather
You did not have to flash.
guarantee the kill. And
Guarantee the kill? Zed used R!
and it's a successful play, so
It's not a...
I'd probably do it again if I had to. He runs away with a phase rush, but I end up chasing him down with my ult. I maybe could have left the kill for the Zed, but I don't like to leave it up to chance to my allies to guarantee the kill.
What chance? He was sandwiched between Ornn and Zed. Why the fuck did we ult there?
Because you never know. Here I just push out top wave, I get the CS, and then I go to the Krugs. Even though on 4 items, I still want to be farming for my last item here. The more items you have on ADC, the stronger you are. It's just how it is.
Fucking Drake is spawning! Why the fuck aren't we backing? We're far enough gold away that, like, even if we take Raptors right now, we are not, even if we didn't take top wave, like, we're not getting a full item. Why the fuck didn't we back so this way we could be with our team?
And so
Thank God Lucian decided to push top.
Whatever I get my hands on. I come over and I ping him to try to smite it while I 4th shot it. He reacts a little slow, but that's okay.
Like, what? Why didn't... Okay, so him 4th shotting it, set it down to 835 HP. Smite at this point does 1,000 something, I think 1,200 if I'm correct. Even if he 4th shot it now, like, no, you're the slow one. Why are you not just auto attack? Why are you holding 4th shot? I don't want to fully 100% say this is what he was trying to do, but the only reason I can think for him wanting Twisted Fate to smite the Drake while he holds 4th shot is so that this way he can be the one to kill the Drake. Drake doesn't give you gold.
So here we see Vlad a little overextended, getting hit by Bard. We fish for a W. Sadly, he's too fast with phase rush. Amumu goes to Q the TF, and I'm just trying to space out his ult here, just hitting him with autos.
Damn, okay, so in this circumstance, I would not have used my R so that this way I could snipe another kill away from our Zed. I would have had R up already, okay? And I would have walked backwards, seen that they're collapsing up on us mid, and I would have used our R now. Oh my god, I can't.
He's gonna make some miraculous getaway. I actually have no idea how I got out here. Awesome. So I sell my D-Blade here for BF Sword. I don't like to do it because I think the Doran's Blade is good until you actually have a complete item. Obviously BF Sword's better. Here I fish for an ult to try to get them off the inhib, but they don't fall for my bluff yet again. They're not scared of me.
Why the fuck did they get off the inhib? If you hit all 4 shots on any of them, then yeah, like, maybe that would scare them off. But even then, Lucian and Poppy would still be full health.
Fall for my bluff yet again. They're not scared of me.
Of course they're not. You're using your abilities, Stu. Like, okay, unironically, if he did not use his ult at Baron, he would have had his ult to help his team in that fight down mid lane, but he doesn't. Zed does not have ult up. Zed is gonna have ult up soon. He wastes his R. I have no idea how Lucian is level 15. Lucian really fucked up his lead, man. Let's say that, like, you do even hit, like, the 3rd shot on Vladimir, and for some reason Vladimir doesn't, you know, move out of the way. He still probably has his little, like, pool of blood thing where he just, like, goes invulnerable. You wouldn't have been able to hit him. That was just, like, a complete waste of, again, 90 seconds.
I can't walk up and fight them myself. I follow up on a gold card.
Damn, okay, see, if we had ult here, we could have hit all of those shots onto Poppy, and Zed has ult soon. So, guess what? Wait, let's see,
And I'm not
guess what? We're not able to fucking kill them because we don't have ult. And despite the fact that Bard, Twisted Fate, and Zed are now walking towards them, we decide to walk away.
Here. I can't
and
force,
surrender again. And by Bloodthirster! 10 kills ahead, full build spam surrender. Oh my god. Your team, like, look at this. If you had ult here, oh my god.
Yeah, I see them fighting a little bit. I try to get in range to see if I can catch any EWs. And here I'm just so strong, I basically 2-tap Lucian. I hit a beautiful W onto the Yuumi.
No, wait, no, okay, wait, let me, okay. No, that is not I hit a beautiful W. Okay, that is, I completely missed my W onto the Poppy while I was trying to kill her. And it just so happened that Yuumi popped off. Pop off, Yuumi. Yuumi popped off the second I was doing it.
We ace them, and we turn our sights towards Baron for the second time. Well, Ornn is splitting bot.
Why shouldn't he be splitting bot? You killed their fucking jungler and everybody is full HP. He doesn't need to tank. He should be getting the fucking push bot lane so that this way you guys can fucking push out top after getting Baron.
So we get the Baron.
God, oh my god. Wow, crazy. You got the Baron without Ornn? Oh my god, how did you do that?
So I recall, I'm coming out of base, Bard gets caught, but TF ends up porting in and just one-shotting the Lucian with our Zed.
Wow, oh my god, wait a second. The Fed Zed is able to handle the Lucian? Literally exactly what I had said. The Zed is able to handle the Lucian, mainly just because the Lucian kind of fucked up and threw away his lead, but that's beside the point.
I'm fishing for a W here.
Miss?
Yeah! He pulls it, I open up with my ult, he flashes, I try to break to where he is, and he lives with a couple hundred health just at the threshold of my collector. TF gets a nice gold card here, and I end up just one-tapping both of them.
Yeah, and I end up stealing both of those kills from the Zed and the Twisted Fate, who literally did everything, and I missed. And then Zed grabs the wave there while I walk backwards for no reason. And he is in line to help our jungler, whereas I am not. Does he even go?
Not sure he's talking about. I end up picking up.
He just steals the kill away from him again. Kiki, put up a stolen kill counter. That little counter that's picked up over at the side there, I will give him. We're going to tally them up. We're going to have the stolen kill counter, and then we're going to have a, no, you actually got this by yourself counter.
And you would not expect this to be the same game as I was playing early game.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You would not expect this to be the same game as the one where I fed the Lucian 3 kills and he threw away the lead, and then I finally started stealing all the kills away from my mid laner who was already fed.
Recalling because I know Dragon is available in 15 seconds. Zed and Ornn go top. I ping Drake a couple of times too many, and start making my way towards it. Ornn being top here is actually a good thing because he's got teleport available, so he can push that out and maybe TP in.
Hi, editing Kiki. Recording Kiki didn't pick this one up. Where the fuck is he gonna TP to? Is he gonna TP to this ward by Raptors? Is he gonna TP to this ward by Red Buff? Is he gonna TP to this ward that's in fucking Tribush? No, because where the fight ends up taking place is nowhere near any of the wards. So even if he TPs in, he's going to be late to the fight and he's not gonna be able to do anything. Put down a fucking yellow ward because you still haven't decided to switch to the goddamn fucking blue wards even though we're 34 minutes in the goddamn fucking game, or put down a mine somewhere where he's gonna actually be able to do something with it.
Open up an ult here.
Open up an ult, miss a shot. Yeah, okay.
50% of my shots.
Yeah.
Which is...
Okay, so I'm a big Dark Harvest enjoyer. I'm a big Jhin enjoyer. I'm a big Dark Harvest Jhin enjoyer. You use ult on Jhin mainly when you have Dark Harvest to kill them, not to poke. Why the fuck are we using Dark Harvest to begin the fight?
Bard has a nice ult here. It allows me to catch up, use my rapid fire to proc it onto
Oh god, yeah, okay. See, now I fully see why that we went the mortal reminder. Oh yeah, this is so good. Like, what the fuck are you guys, what are you doing? Why were you just, like, sitting mid lane? Okay, wait. Like, what is that, who is going to step on that mine? If Vladimir goes to Drake, he's not going to be going there, and if he is, he's not going to be going at that angle. That's going to be an angle that they're going to go on to go and to jump on you. They're not going to jump on you. They're going to go for the Drake. We can already see the fact that they're positioning for the Drake. Even if we get stunned by Poppy, we for some reason decided to buy Bloodthirster instead of Redemption. If we had Redemption, we could have played way more aggressive.
For the 5th time, I'm just a vulnerable little ADC.
I lost this game, sadly. The patch rolled over literally the night that I played this game, and I didn't know it was going to, and so I didn't save it, so this is all that I have. But yeah, hi, here's Kikimoki playing the exact same hashtag literal vulnerable ADC. Oh my god. Like, I literally don't even have a full item, and I'm getting dived by 4 people. Like, I just play it better. Learn how to play it better, my guy. Ward it. Put a what? Where the fuck? Wait. No, please don't tell me you stay far. Oh, thank God. Oh, wait. Wait. He leashed Drake for them. Oh my God, no. Dude, this is, oh my God, no. He died. They killed him. He cut out the fact that he gave them Drake for free and he fucking died. Oh my God. And he sold, wait, what did he sell? Of course, he sells Bloodthirster so that this way he can get Wit's End. Something that honestly he would not need to get if he was positioning correctly.
So they end up getting the Drake.
They didn't end up getting the Drake. You gave them the Drake. And you gave them your bounty.
Ornn's still bot. He's just sitting in a bush AFK if you see my map here. Now he's starting to move, but I'm trying to get in position of my ult and my W. I land a nice W onto the Amumu, but I ult a little bit late and he ends up living. That's a mistake by me. And I end up making another mistake here. Forgetting that this was a 4v5, I fight here. I QSS a little bit too late, and then Lucian ends up killing me for a triple kill.
Oh my God, that is not Ornn's fault. You knew that Ornn was not there to begin with. You should have seen that fight and you should have backed away, especially after the fact that you missed all of your shots on your R to do something useful with. Like, there is no circumstance where you are able to do something useful in this fight, and they have a full health Poppy, a full health Vladimir, and a Lucian with a Yuumi on top of him.
I'm trying to look for any plays myself. I'm trying to ping the Ornn to participate in the fights here, but he is not having it at all. TF gets a nice gold card here.
Full HP. Yuumi is ulting. Full HP on everybody. Oh, let's go. Lucian. Let's go. Wait. Oh, wow. Would you look at that? Our ult did fucking nothing. What was that? Fucking 80-second cooldown. They're pushing into base. You're not even able to touch them. And the fucking 40% heal reduction does nothing. Crazy. Don't buy heal reduction. Ever.
They will end up getting at least one inhib here. Poppy goes for an engage. I'm just hitting whoever I can. I'm not trying to.
You should be
go
focusing on the fucking thing.
Stun.
Barrier. Why did we flash? Why did we flash?
And landing a nice double.
Why did we not barrier? Why did we make it so this way if he followed us and tried to kill us, he would be out of turret range? Like, look at this. Okay, so Amumu gets him. Not good. Not his fault.
QSS the first stun.
Okay, so wait. Oh my God, wait, no.
I'm just hitting whoever I can. I'm not trying to go too deep.
He used his fucking thing on Amumu Q.
I QSS the first stun, then Vlad.
And then flash away from safety Worst comes to worst, if anything, you flash down here to the second turret by your Bard and your Zed, so this way Bard and Zed don't need to run halfway across your base to be able to help you.
With RTF.
Thank God Twisted Fate fucking saved his life.
And the Yumi.
And thank fucking God Zed was able to fucking set up, I'm gonna guess he's gonna set up another kill for the Jhin. Yup. Set up from Twisted Fate here after he almost dies to fucking Vlad.
Punished here. Ornn is still
There we
bot
go.
side.
Only gets the stun onto Lucian because of Twisted Fate.
C-chaining yet again onto the Lucian.
He only gets the kill onto him again because of Lucian stunning
RTF
him.
getting
Twisted Fate would have gotten that. Like, look at
chaining
this.
Yet again onto the Lucian. With RTF getting a kill here onto the Lucian and the Yumi.
Twisted Fate would have gotten that kill too. Twisted Fate would have gotten that kill too.
Well, Ornn.
Hit him. W, 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 W. You should have W'd him when you first saw him.
So
what are you
wise,
doing?
so he was
W him,
able to
W
get the
him,
inhib,
W him, W him.
without any
W him.
repercussions.
What?
Get the
Where are
inhib,
you going?
and-
No, go for Drake.
And we would have just lost the game.
Why are you fucking Baron? Go for Drake.
I'm pinging for the Baron, but the Ornn is deciding to go onto the Drake.
Because he's
and try to
correct.
and try to attempt to solo it.
Cause he's trying to solo it, cause he's trying to solo it like I did and gave over the Drake and a fucking bounty.
Well, the rest of us are either trying to get, turrets, inhib, or any other objectives.
You mean like the objective, like the Drake? Look at that! This is stopping them from getting soul. Ornn should be fucking on Drake. Like you should, okay, at this point, what you should do is you should have went to Drake instead of going mid. Okay, let's go see what we did after we went mid. Okay, so
Well, the rest of us are
we
either
use a
trying to
plant.
get, turrets, inhib,
We don't even hit
or
that.
any other objectives.
We take the minion, we put down one mine, and
And
we
Ornn's just still soloing Drake.
like
Ornn loses the 1v1 to the Drake and has to run away because the enemy Amumu goes for the Drake and ends up securing it from Ornn's beautiful leash. Ends up
wow,
securing
and
it.
maybe if our fucking ADC, who already was far away from the Twisted Fate and the Zed who were pushing because he decided to chase Amumu, even though he could have gotten the kill on the Amumu earlier, in the split second that he had seen him backing, he could have fucking pressed W, slowed him, and gotten the kill on him. Just saying. And also, he still would have had his flash if he didn't flash towards his fucking thing and just stayed under turret. He didn't need to use his flash there, so he could have also just flashed and gotten Amumu at that point too. And if he had the fucking Scryer's Bloom, if he had Blue Ward, then he would have been able to use the Blue Ward to see where Amumu went after he had went over the wall.
But it happens. Ornn's top again, rage splitting as usual.
He's not rage splitting. He's the only one who's getting you objectives right now. He has Baron. You can't be rage splitting when you have Baron.
And so, this Ornn he's not a low elo player, by the way. As you can see at the beginning of the game.
No, I can't. Okay. You are pulling up the fucking stats in game?
Master tier. This guy is not some noob. Like, he's not some silver player.
Another miss W.
He's
So we miss our W. They're full health. The only person there right now is Bard. Bard is not going to be able to do any damage. Bard has also just used his Q. I haven't seen Lucian use his E. Why are we using ult right now? Lucian just needs to press E. And now he is out of your ult. Also... just as I had said, Lucian just needs to E. And also, with the placement of our mouse, we are clearly not going to hit this shot. Whee!
He's apparently quite high elo. So
I'm sorry, we're complaining about Ornn's elo after we just completely whiff our ult.
but everybody in this situation gets out unscathed, and I'll take that. As long as I'm alive, I can clear waves and etc.
I can't. Gets out unscathed. You lost your mid laner and your fucking jungler.
And TF want to make a bush play here onto the Lucian. He opens up with ult. I land a beautiful W onto him, forcing the QSS and Yuumi ult.
Ooh, if only we had ult here right now. Oh wow, if only we had ult here right now. With Zed behind them when they're actually able to do damage. And our Ornn is here. If only we had ult right now. We have ult in 12 seconds. By then the fight is going to be over. Oh my god. Like, we could have ulted. Look, Ornn is here right now. We could be ulting. Wow. Ult,
Nice
please,
poke on the
ult.
flag.
Oh my god.
It's cool. Popping into flashing in, which is beautiful for us. Thank god she did that. Lucian dashes in. I wish for a W.
And you miss again.
Ornn is actually here for once, if you'll notice that.
Oh
He's
my
actually
god,
frontline.
shut
so
up.
This is a very comfortable position for me, so I can open up with the ult. Sadly, Vladimir has pool again. But TF has ult, and he's gonna go on to the Lucian here.
God.
And so I'm gonna walk up and fish for a W onto his skull card. They
Oh
QSS it,
my
and I
god.
just get a ring. So we get the kill onto the Lucian and the Yuumi. Beautiful. Zed makes a nice flash play, and I can follow up with my W onto the Amumu. He goes on to me, attempting to kill me, because I'm just a fragile little ADC.
Oh my god, shut up. Let's just watch again here. Okay,
Zed
you hit a
makes
good
nice
W.
flash play,
Yes,
and
good,
I
good,
can follow
good. You use the move speed from your passive to walk into range in a straight line so that this way Amumu can get his Q onto you.
They're spawning soon, so I don't go for the end here, even though the Nexus is open.
What do you mean they're spawning soon? There's 30 fucking seconds. The only person up right now is Vlad. There's also Poppy, but hey, guess what? You don't have Last Whisper, but you have 35% armor penetration. And it's also Poppy, and you also have Flash, and you also have Barrier. And you also have Zed there to save your ass.
And here I actually kind of make a mistake by trying to skill check the Vladimir, and I just get humbled very, very quickly. Very quickly. And that's why you don't try to skill check mid lane.
Wait, can I see what Vlad is looking at right now? Okay, that was his second kill. He's not even full build.
And that's why you don't try to skill check mid laners or top laners as an ADC.
The mid laner that was 1 in 12.
And so this is where the magic happens. You'll see that everybody's kind of posturing for Drake here, and it's spawning in 15 seconds or so. And I see them on the map all coordinating to around us. I ping the Nexus, and TF instantly ports onto it, and so I know here I need to distract these guys. I need to fight them and kind of bait them. He's ending the game.
What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean you need to distract them? You didn't even do anything! Amumu starts backing right away. Look at that. Amumu doesn't even get his back off. You didn't do anything!
Here I flash onto the Lucian